Brother's got skills. That was excellent. That was excellent. Pete Townshend, Drown. 79 Secret Policeman's Ball. Fantastic. Excellent performance, man. It's funny enough, too. Excuse me. I remember Larry, in one of his notes, he said that Pete was so drunk before this performance that they were having doubts about actually letting him go on, But hey, I guess he performs just as well when he's a little bit flashed. But yeah, that was excellent. That was masterful. Very, very skilled musician, man. Great singer. I've always liked his singing. Great musicianship, man. Fantastic. Yeah, I'd love to see a lot more of him doing more. Just his voice and the acoustics. I might actually come across some more of that. There's another quad that I'd like to make room for. Is it Joe? I think it might be Joe Barlow's recommendations. I think Joe sent me a quad and it's live performances, and I know there's some acoustics involved. I want to try and squeeze that in, Joe, if that's you. I'm pretty sure. I'll have to double check. But I know that someone sent me a quad with some later stuff of Pete's and John's and Roger. I'm pretty sure it's Joe Barlow. I'm going to double check on that, but I want to find room and time to squeeze that in. Anyway, hey, that was excellent, man. Let's get some background info on this great song and perhaps the performance, man. Drown, The Who. Drown is a song written by Pete Townshend for the 6th album, Quadrophenia. Lyrics and music. Music critic Chris Charlesworth describes Drown as a tough blues-based rocker. He states that the band loved to play it live since it was less complex than other songs from Quadrophenia. He never heard this acoustic version, obviously. Rolling Stone critic Dave Marsh describes the song as among the most interesting on the album. Who biographer John Atkins views the song as having such purity of essence that it may be the quintessential Quadrophenia performance. He describes it as being simple and direct, without needed cleverness, dramatic musical effects, or complex arrangements. Excellent. Drown was initially written as an ode to Meher Baba in early 1970. Townshend sang it facing the tomb of Meher Baba on his first visit to India in January of 1972. Wow. Oh, and this is Pete here. Quote from Pete, quote, "When the tragic hero of Quadrophenia sings it, it's desperate and nihilistic. In fact, it's a love song, God's love being the ocean and ourselves being the drops of water that make it up. Meher Baba said, 'I am the ocean of love. I want to drown in that ocean. The drop will then be an ocean itself,' unquote." And that's a quote from Pete. In Quadrophenia, Drown tells of how Jimmy contemplates drowning himself in the midst of his disappointment at not being able to see his hero, the ace face. At the end, seagulls, crowd noises, and waves can be heard, along with Pete walking along singing the 6th verse of Sea and Sand. Mike Segreto interprets the water in the song as metaphor for God and the song itself as a metaphor for the search for spirituality, or the quest for a tributary leading to God. Steve Grantley and Alan G. Parker interpret the song similarly. According to them, in the song Jimmy sees the ocean as a symbol of cleansing redemption. Atkins interprets the song as representing the freedom of release, both in the lyrics and in the music. Atkins also notes that in the song, Jimmy adopts a wider philosophy than mod conformism, which is his objective through much of the album. Okay, so recording. In an amazing coincidence, the studio that Drown was recorded in was flooded just after the song was recorded. And another quote from Pete here, quote, "When recording this song, it rained so hard in Battersea, where our studio is, that the walls were flowing with sheets of water. Chris Stainton played piano in a booth, and when the take was finished, he opened the door and about 500 gallons gushed out. Another glorious coincidence. Unquote. That's from Pete. Damn. Yeah, these are the things, these are the bits and pieces of the story behind the music that I really like getting to know. Very interesting. And all of the little tests and strifes and obstacles that it takes these guys to navigate around to get the music to us. I appreciate that. Live performances. Drown is one of the most played songs by The Who from Quadrophenia, being played throughout their tours, and because it required no backing tapes, it was often performed as a full band jam. Though Roger Daltrey sang it on the original recording and the original Quadrophenia tour in '73, Pete Townshend took over lead vocals after the death of Keith Moon in '78. From the '96 to '97 tours to 2012, it was played as an acoustic guitar-only solo performance by Townshend. The 2012 to 2013 Quadrophenia and Mohr tour featured a full band arrangement of Drown with Townshend on lead vocals. Yeah, that song is definitely his to sing, man. I imagine that Roger's version is very powerful as well. But there's just some songs that's meant to be covered by certain people. And especially after seeing Pete's performance here, that's his song, man, for sure. All right, so that concludes this excellent assembly of songs. Excellent quad, really, really excellent live performances, man. Larry, thank you very much for these recommendations. A really excellent assembly of tunes, man. So what's next coming up for The Who? I'm just going down to my notes here now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you, the patrons, out a little questionnaire, a little poll. Where do I go from here? And what I'm after is, what is my next logical reaction going to be? Is it going to be another album reaction? Is it going to be a mix of quads? What will it be? And keep this in mind. I'm saving Isle of Wight and right after that, the 911 concerts for last. So the last couple of days of the month, that is going to go towards Isle of Wight and then the 911 concert. Now, here's another question. Isle of Wight. Should I do the entire concert series? Because I know it's like a 4-hour concert. So we're looking at probably 4 or 5 reaction videos if I was to do the whole thing. Let me know about that. And 911, I don't believe it's very, very long. Willie Russell sent me a link, and I don't believe that it's as long as Isle of Wight. So that's the plan for the last of the Who reactions. Saving Isle of Wight and then 911 for the very, very last. So going back to the poll. So I'm going to, as soon as this reaction goes up and gets posted, soon after I'm going to send out a poll asking you what my next reaction is going to be. And a reminder, patrons, 1 recommendation only. For every single patron, 1 recommendation only. Not 2, not 3, not 4. Because times 100, now it's just a whole bunch of stuff to sift through, and it'll just take me too long and I get overwhelmed. So please, 1 recommendation only. Okay, patrons? So that's next for The Who. And where quads are concerned, I'm trying to get as many quads done as possible before I get the new channel out and going. So I got Antoine up next, man. Zupiter, Charles, Michael, Ford. So you guys are basically going to be within the next couple of days. I'll have all of those done, man. And it'll fit comfortably in what we're doing with Who Month. And so there'll be room for me to do the Who stuff and whatnot. So that'll work out. I'm skipping out of work early these days during Who Month. I got a little bit lucky where it comes to getting a break to do that. So I'll get all of my Who stuff done. So yeah, man, that's it. That's my notes. Great quad. I really enjoyed all of these performances. Definitely Drown was the highlight of it all, man, but they were all stellar. I really like seeing The Who do their thing live. They are meant to perform live. They are meant to be seen live just because of the energy and that spirit of their delivery. I'm going to steal that coin from Jimmy Page just to apply it to The Who, because they are just so they're just a joy to watch, you know, live. I really enjoy watching them perform live. Anyway, so that's my quad, man. I'm going to bounce, get out of here. So wait for my poll. As soon as this reaction goes up, I'll send that poll out, and let me know where I should go where it comes to The Who going forward, okay? Take care. Have a good one. See you in my next reaction. Peace.